high school or junior high school. I was asked by my teachers to come to the class, in front of the classroom and give a presentation. So the minute I come to the classroom, the minute I came to the front of the class, I felt shivering and my heart beat so fast, and I had bad feeling, and I couldn't control my breath. I had a shortened breath. So whenever you had this, at that time I didn't realize that I was afraid, but I just thought that, oh, I was in a bad situation. But later I figured out that that is the symptoms of anxiety in public speaking. So at that time, I was, where I was in a fear of public speaking, and I figured out how to cope with the anxiety in public speaking. And as the time went by, I read many articles. I watched a lot of I watched a lot of videos of professional speakers, and there I found that anxiety in public speaking is actually normal. So even professional speakers will feel anxious when giving presentation in front of people. So public speaking, on the other hand, is really important. As you might read in my synopsis, you have to give as students, you have to give presentation in front of your friends in a classroom. As professional workers, you have to give presentation, you have to present new products in front of your clients, and if you fail to do so, you're gonna give bad effect to your company, and you're gonna be reminded by your boss. So public speaking is really important, and you cannot just avoid anxiety in public speaking, because anxiety, as I told you just now, is the thing that must present in your public speaking. Everyone feels anxiety, and it's not only my claim, it's not only my subjective claim, because I have found it in some scientific studies. For example, like a study conducted by Raja in 2015, the paper says that 75% of the research respondents felt anxious when they gave presentation. That's the result of the study conducted by Raja. And the second study from McCain in 2012, and he found that nearly 90% or almost 90% of his respondents felt anxious or felt fear of public speaking. Can you imagine 90% out of 100%? So 90% of his respondents feel anxious when giving presentation or performing public speaking in front of the people. And I've got the result of a survey, and I know this is a bit extreme, and you might get surprised when I tell you or when I report this result of survey. There is a survey, and this survey is really famous in public speaking field, and this survey was conducted in 1973 by Braskin Associates, and he found and the associate found why people felt anxious, and the survey say that they were more afraid of giving presentation or doing presentation. They are more afraid of doing presentation than death. So that's why it's extreme. I call it's extreme. So death ranked as the 7th reason why people fear or why people felt afraid, while public speaking is the first reason why they felt afraid. So can you imagine how anxiety is so normal in public speaking that nobody should be afraid of it? So now, after we have already defined what anxiety and how normal anxiety in public speaking is, we should talk about causes of anxiety in public speaking. So there are several causes of anxiety in public speaking, and I have already quoted, I have already, read some articles. Again, article from Raja in 2015. The first cause of public anxiety in public speaking is a lack of confidence. So when you feel lack of the confidence, then you're gonna feel anxious when you give presentation. And the second cause is large audience. So people feel anxious when they speak in front of a large group of people. They will shiver, and they will have a pounding heart. Their heart will beat so fast when they talk in front of the people. But actually, you should not feel anxious or fear when you speak in front of the people, because basically it's the same as talking in front of It's basically the same as talking as having one-to-one conversation. And also, Dr. Gary, a study conducted by Dr. Gary. So Dr. Gary is actually a professional word public speaker, and he is also World Public Speaker Championship. And in his blog, Dr. Gary mentions that there are several causes of public speaking, anxiety in public speaking. The first one is poor preparation. So the second one is you keep focusing on people, you keep thinking about people, rather than thinking about yourself. You always have negative feelings about yourself. You always make like a prediction about what people think about you instead of focusing on your own performance. And the third cause of anxiety, according to Dr. Gary, is if you have bad feelings or bad or negative thinking about yourself, about the future, then anxiety will never disappear within you. So be presented and focus on your performance. Okay, just focus on your performance, and that's the first tip of how to reduce anxiety. Again, I will repeat it. You cannot get rid of anxiety, but you can just reduce it. So that's why I keep repeating it, because you have to expect anxiety in your talk. Okay, that's the first remedy of how to reduce anxiety. And the second one is that you should set a goal in your mind. Just run in your mind that you're gonna be an excellent speaker. You're gonna be an excellent speaker. So when you have this kind of feeling or this kind of mindset, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get you to that level. So when you want to set a goal that, okay, I want to be a public speaker and someday I'm going to perform my speaking in front of the president. So starting from now, you're going to prepare for that. But if you don't have any goal, you just come to say to a club and you never set a goal that you want to be an excellent speaker in the future, then it's useless. But if you set a goal for yourself that you want to be an excellent public speaker in the future, you're going to give full effort. You're going to go all out to improve your speaking because you want to be a public speaker in the future. That's the second one. And the third one is it's about psychological remedy. Actually, it's about psychological remedy. You might think, it's not really important, but I'll share to you. So the third one is listen to the music right before you give to the speech. But it's not only listen to the music. Actually, what I want to say is that do something or do an activity that can make you enjoy right before you give a speech. Because why? People tend to be panic just minutes before they give the speech, right? Because if you do not do something enjoyable before you give the speech, negative thinking will come to your mind. Okay, what's gonna happen when I give the speech later? What's gonna happen? People will laugh at me. So you are going to predict something that will probably not happen to you. So you have to anticipate this by doing something enjoyable, by doing something that can distract you from those negative feelings. Like, for example, what I did, I listened to the music. I tried to forget the public speaking that I'm going to give. But again, you can use to improve the ability of your public speaking. So by doing of these 5 strategies or remedies or tricks or whatever you call, you're going to reduce your anxiety when you give a public speaking, and you're gonna surprise when you see yourself that why am I not shivering when giving public speaking anymore? You are going to surprise to see your ability improved when you do these 5 strategies when you give a public speaking. You're getting surprised when you feel that your heart does not beat fast anymore. You're getting surprised with that. If you do this, you're getting surprised that you're not gonna be shivering anymore. You're not gonna have, stomach anymore when you give public speaking. You're gonna surprised to see all of this. So public speaking is important. At the same time, we are faced with a great challenge in public speaking, which is anxiety. But it does not mean that anxiety will prevent us from being a public speaker, because whenever there is a problem, there is always a solution. Whenever there is disease, we always have a cure, as wise persons say. Thank you so much.